you guys are keeping relatively hidden, so every time he, like, kind of looks back to see if y'all are following him, you manage to hide.
What if I just, like, start causing fires and stuff?
You guys again? Why do you keep getting in my way? I just need to get to the CEO and stop him. I'm not going to let him buy out my business that I need to support my family. I just need to get in there, threaten him. You guys can go back to the Youth Z program and be heroes. Alright? That's what you guys want. You want to be heroes, right?
It is at this point I would like to fly in and spin kick him in the face.
Lyle, what the fuck?
Okay, here's the plan. Presumably, this person is aware of Youth Z, at which point they would know they operate in teams of 3. I, Kirby, and Mirage will be the upstanding citizens, and we will talk to the CEO and whoever else is in the room, while Mirage checks their brains and Cotton Candy investigates the desk. If he sees there's 3 of us, he won't be expecting a 4th person.
So, you guys knock on the door, and there's a kind of a timid voice that's like, hello?
This is Team Phoenix with the Youth Z program, sir. We are checking on you to make sure you're safe.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm gonna grab a thing of the receipts, I'm gonna grab the pen, and really quickly flip through a bunch of the folders and, like, pick out some of the papers that look like they have a bunch of stuff on them. Emails, layouts of buildings.
Are we gonna hand this information over to the Youth Z program?
Not yet.
Miss Shepard is like, well, I suppose it could have gone worse. However, I am disappointed. I told you guys not to engage Hacksaw. I am also disappointed that you would bring another individual, such as Kirby, into your little vendetta. It's a lovely morning in the city of Lucky Heights, and you guys have arrived at the Youth Z Community Center. And Kirby, yeah. Kirby, your team hasn't shown up. Lemon called in sick, and, like, you're not really sure how human sicknesses work, so
yeah, especially, like, different immune systems probably wouldn't be too good mixing together.
Yeah. But it's always strange because every time after Lemon calls in sick, Joyride also calls in sick. And there was one day where Joyride called in sick and Lemon still showed up anyways, which is a little weird, but you're not quite sure what that means.
Yeah.
But at the moment, neither of your teammates are here.
Well, I guess I'm pretty good friends with those other guys, so let's just head over to them.
3 waves.
Sounds Gucci. Yeah.
Nari also waves.
Hi.
Hello.
I wave a lot.
Yeah, you guys are waiting for roll call.
I sit there and wait for a while because I still don't have that figured out. How long is awkward?
I don't think a lot of humans have that one figured out, so you're good.
That's also true.
Yeah, because, Nari likes waving at people, so, it's probably just a wave back a lot.
Are you guys gonna talk a bit while you wait for your teams to be called?
Um,
You're just gonna wave awkwardly.
Bree is playing with her dog.
I love the dog so much.
We all love confetti.
Confetti is amazing.
Confetti is great.
Timberwolf is working on his heckin' conspiracy theory. So, he has this file, and, it's got, a bunch of notes on Hypertide, and it has, all the information he got on Team Black and White, and now it's also got, question marks around, the company that we were at, 2 days ago, and just, he's trying to put something together, I think he imagines he's got, a very good official dossier, but I think if anyone else looked at it, it would look like, the Pepe Sylvia meme of it's just a mess of, newspaper clippings and, handwritten notes, which involve a lot of question marks. Most of his information he has is on Hypertide, because there's, no information on Black and White. And the company he just now heard about. So it really just kind of looks like a folder full of cool things Hypertide did.
Bree kind of leans into the group and looks around before saying, so when do you think we should look into the you-know-what, the things we got?
Well, that's an excellent question. I think it really depends on the amount of evidence we're able to scrap up and whether or not we think any of this is actionable. I mean, Hypertide is
No, I mean, like, when should we all get together and look at the papers?
Well, I'm here right now, so let's just we're all right here right now. Let's just get together and do it now.
We're also around with a bunch of other people.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
fair.
that right now. I think we should maybe wait.
Wait just a little bit.
I know it's weird coming from me with this big old folder out, but it's, and he has to be honest with himself here. He quietly goes, it's more of just a collection of Hypertide news clippings than it is like a dossier. I don't think. If anything,
you look more like a fanboy.
All of Hypertide's amazing accomplishments, like that time when he fought off a giant tentacle monster with his amazing hurricane powers, and
yeah, and there's like a lot of that. Like you're wondering if he has to find all of this stuff to like convince himself that Hypertide is a good person.
Just about now, Team K Phoenix is called in to their meeting with their advisor. So Kirby, you're gonna have to wait a little bit.
Okay.
Hey, Kirby, take care of my dog while we're in there.
Yes, please. And like, and Kirby's 100% like all over that.
Okay, this is a leash. Don't let go of this end.
Okay.
Even if she sees a squirrel, don't go after it with her.
Well, you're in a building, so hopefully.
She might see a squirrel out the window.
What if I help her get the squirrel?
No, keep her at this table.
Unless Sophie turns into a squirrel. Wait, no, Sophie can't turn into a squirrel. Forgot.
Yeah, it's not
It's
a
only
domesticated
domesticated.
animal.
It could be the squirrel from Eden's Grove.
That's not domesticated at all.
I bet if you looked on the internet, you could find a domesticated squirrel somewhere, though.
Oh,
Honestly.
yeah.
It doesn't
100%.
count as domesticated
for
animal.
sure.
Who is the guy who was afraid of dogs?
It's Hammy.
Hammy! Tammy.
She also is like, and don't let Hammy see confetti.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
Miss Shepherd is waiting.
Yeah, Timberwolf doesn't want her to wait too long, so he puts away his folders into his bag and puts his bag into his locker, and then he heads over. He's like, "Come on, guys, we need to be punctual."
We'll be back in a moment. See ya!
Okay, see ya, bye! And I wave a whole bunch.
Bye.
She gives a wave.
Miss Shepherd is much more cheery than she was the day before. She waves you in and she's like, sit down for a moment. First off, I wanted to apologize for my behavior the other day. I was very stressed and worried. There was a lot of stuff going on. Not a lot of it involved you. But I thought about it and I realized I was being a little harsh. You guys did a great job, and I'm very proud of you guys and how you handled the situation yesterday. You made some very good points, and I was just had my mind on a couple other things, and I figured I would like to show you something. And she turns her monitor, and on it is like a photo from the news where you guys are like in the background walking out of the building.
Yes.
And Nari's gonna place her hand on Lyle's shoulder and squeeze it a bit, like in that, like, congrats.
Bree shakes Timberwolf all excited.
He is wearing his outfit right now, so he has the full face mask. But like underneath, he is so happy. He is beaming. He's like, "I did it. Mom can't be mad. I did it. No one's mad at me. I did a good job."
He is the good boy.
Miss Shepherd turns her monitor back. She's like, "You guys are easily becoming one of my favorite teams. I am so happy that you guys were assigned to my team." And all right, I guess for today's assignment, we should get to that. See, I wouldn't normally ask this. However, because of how well you guys got along the other day, is it possible that for your assignment today, you could keep an eye on Kirby? Maybe show him around a little bit? I think it'd be good for him to have a change of pace from his usual team. He's really only been here a couple months. And, Lemon and Joyride are the only people he's really hung around.
Absolutely.
That would be totally cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd say, just hang around near the community center, just in case I need to call you in to do something. Just, think of this as almost an on-call job, but not quite, because you're just, I don't know, be a good influence on Kirby. Maybe hang in the park or something. The park is, right next to the community center.
I'm sorry. Right as you said, be a good influence, my brain just flashed to all of the pages that are in Bree's jacket, and she just, poker faces.
See, kids
Also,
would be up
friendly
for that?
reminder that Kirby is a they.
Right, I'm
Right,
sorry.
yes.
You're good.
Mhm.
You're good.
Dang it. I keep messing up
It's
on
okay. It's all good. It's all good. No worries.
You would think that two of us.
that.
Yeah, it's all good.
We have 2 days in this group of 5. How do we not get it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, you're right. Alright, let's get back into this. Jamie, go back and replace every version.
Fix it in post.
Just edit in. Just edit in a very.
Send me a pack, a recording of you saying they in a bunch of different
them,
voices.
They, them, they, them. See, the problem is because I do a different voice from a shepherd.
I think it would be hilarious if it actually was super jarring.
Do a text to speech.
Yes, a text to speech
Everyone
just
will know your crimes.
"They," and you're just jeez.
Anyway, that's all Miss
Oh,
Shepherd
no.
has to say. Going in the park with Kirby.
Alright, we go back outside and meet with Kirby.
I'm petting the dog.
Hey, Kirby, we're gonna be hanging out with you today.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What are we gonna do?
Well, I was thinking that we could do some investigating.
I like that.
Some sleuthing.
However, I do think that we should get somewhere more secluded so that we can look at this stuff without being under watch.
We could do one of those hiding in plain sight sort of things, though.
I don't think I can turn you all invisible.
That's not what I meant, but that works too.
I am in a full body outfit, a full costume, just toe to tip in this. I don't know if I really. He just looks at you guys wordlessly this is not clothes for hiding in plain sight. This is clothes for someone walking up to you and being
Wait a
like,
minute. Guys, what is the most inconspicuous place while still staying near this building? The roof.
I agree.
That's
That would work.
good.
"It's been a while since I've hung out on a roof."
What?
Yeah, he didn't get the roof job.
Raj, are you okay with being on a roof, considering 2 days ago?
Oh, I'm fine with heights. I just felt bad for Lemon.
I gotta say though, I love how you're pulling out the whole, yeah, I'm dressed as a freaking werewolf. I'm an alien.
Fair. You are an ethereal, gray-skinned floating human with a
Exactly.
sideways UFO for a ride. I don't know
Exactly.
why I thought I would be the problem.
And I have cotton candy hair and vibrant clothing.
Yes,
I
we are
am
very
Yeah,
inconspicuous.
what are we talking about? Bree is with us. No one would be looking at us.
Nari goes, I am the most inconspicuous out of all of us, and I wear pastels.
Also, keep in mind, you are near the community center where there is a whole gaggle of various superpowered kids. One of them being how tall? Like 12
12,
feet?
yeah.
Yeah.
True.
That's fair.
To the roof. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah. You guys are on the roof now.
Oh.
Oh, Nari's gonna settle down like against like you know how most roofs have that ledge that like is tall enough that if you sit against it, your head can like be a little over it.
Yeah. I can kind of describe the roof if you want.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, the roof of the center is fairly flat. There's a couple of those like large silver vents that are like coming up out to do the air conditioning. There's a ledge around the entire border. I've only been on a roof like twice in my life.
What?
Trying to think of my church's roof.
Okay, considering I've never been on a roof, you're chill.
What?
Y'all
Why
gotta
are
go
you
on
so-
some roofs sometime.
Why are you so concerned with this, Matthew?
I'm not that concerned with it. I'm just like, what?
How have you guys not gone on a roof?
Yeah, there's probably it's relatively flat. Now that you're on the roof, you can see there's some water damage, but like, it seems sturdy enough that you could walk pretty much anywhere on it that you want. There's no shade up here though, so it is kind of a bright summer day.
It's fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
there's
fun. I'm trying to get my
Kirby.
tan in.
Kirby, just put your ship sideways over us.
Oh, that works. It'll just look like a UFO.
No one will suspect.
Yes, no one will suspect what with the UFO and such.
And now it looks like an actual UFO because it's a disc that's flat.
Oh,
my
that's
gosh.
like not even remotely how I wanted to describe it, but it works.
It's just a tire with glass on the sides.
Yeah.
That's basically how I wanted to describe it. Yeah.
But yeah, from the roof, you are tall enough that you can see kind of over the trees of the park. You see the wide open grassy area. You can kind of see some of the buildings around you. You know, various birds flying around and people playing in the park. And
Alright. Bree finds like a cardboard box or something and like opens that up into a table-esque thing and starts laying out all the papers that she got onto it.
All right, so they gonna all crowd around the table, I'm guessing?
Yeah. Lyle has brought his folder full of things.
Full of hypertide,
Yeah,
basically.
full of hypertide news clippings. There is some stuff, like, there is written notes on black and white, and there is some written notes on the business, but it is mostly just, like, hypertide news clippings, and he, like, puts it down, and he's, like, originally he was pretty proud of it, and now he's not so much. He's like, so this is what I've got so far. And
Okay.
oh, one moment, sorry.
confetti.
This is the most important part to have an actual podcast.
Did you bring confetti onto the roof?
Confetti is on the roof, yes.
Nice.
She's chilling in the shade of the giant spaceship.
Timberwolf lays out all of his notes and he goes, okay, now, I bet you're all wondering, how does this connect to Hypertide?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Sure.
good question.
That's all you got, don't you?
Also, out of character, who is Hypertide?
Oh,
Oh no.
did you not listen to episode 1?
I was meaning to. I was meaning to.
I think this still makes sense for an alien.
That's also true. That's fair.
Bree just puts her hands together thoughtfully and she's like, Hypertide is the person who takes care of this area.
Well, kind of.
Kind of.
She's mostly right. Hypertide is one of the members of Quip. He is the patron of the city. They are the lead superheroes of this planet, and they formed an organization.
Oh,
Yeah,
I remember who that is now.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
They mostly work together to deal with supernatural threats and like big cataclysmic stuff. So they're not actually generally in the towns that they are the patrons of anymore. So that is left to minor heroes who can decide how to run that operation on their own. Hypertide has decided that a youth group was the way to go.
Yeah. I remember that now. I remember who Hypertide is now. Sorry.
No, I feel the refresher is good for the listeners.
And I am personally currently investigating him to see if he is doing his job right, or maybe abusing his powers.
Well,
Well, I was about to go political. I probably shouldn't.
oh my god.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, I was just about to. I was like, let's not. What do the documents say?
So yeah, looking through the various things that Bree found in the desk of the CEO, you inspect the pen, the mysterious kind of ballpoint pen. The pen it's got the name of a company on the side. It's called Ovis Scientific Discoveries. And as far as you can tell, it's just an ordinary ballpoint pen, but it's like made of some weird like mechanics and stuff that aren't normally just on a ballpoint pen. It looks more like a sample kind of thing. Like, you know, if you were to visit this company, they'd be like, hey, look at this cool stuff. Except for the fact that it kind of looks alien. And the paperwork as well. The paperwork involves a lot of receipts and very vague emails about materials being shipped out from the construction company that you guys robbed, I guess. That you guys robbed.
Lyle
well
likes to think of it as confiscating evidence.
I agree.
As well as some like materials that were brought to the company in exchange. They're not anything that you guys recognize, except Kirby, can you read English?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. I mean, if they were to pronounce these names, you would recognize them as some alien alloys because your parents do run a an engineering factory themselves, so you kind of recognize, oh, these are some common alien alloys that a lot of aliens use.
Okay, cool.
Bree's just like staring at this and like, what the fuck is Drika?
Oh, well,
Thank you for that, because I did not want to make up these names.
It's just a common alloy used in
cars? Hover cars?
Huh.
Hover cars, as in not human technology. Okay. That's cool.
So I assume all of these other words are also not from Earth.
Yeah, that's this. I say what each of the metals are. I don't want to make them up.
It's
either.
not like an expansive list. There's like a couple, like, one supply shipment of Draco for like blah blah blah.
This goes so much deeper than I thought. I feel like I'm maybe sounding a little bit like a broken record, but I do want to just throw this out because I'm going to feel bad if I don't. Do we think this is connected to Hypertide at all, or do we think this is just like a run-of-the-mill alien conspiracy?
Just run-of-the-mill alien conspiracy, like,
oh yeah, just one of those that you just chuck under the...
I mean, to be fair, they are in the third generation of superheroes.
I haven't participated in an alien conspiracy, but I know my mother and oldest sister did an alien conspiracy. I wasn't old enough for that.
Is the wolf goddess an alien?
Is it? Lyle says, suddenly horrified, looking up at God.
Looking at his own suit. Is the wolf goddess an alien?
Wait, what? Have I been powered by an alien this whole time?
Lyle has an existential crisis.
Oh no.
Just like
And
starts to
Kirby's
panic.
just fine with this because it's just like, you guys are the aliens.
Yeah, Kirby's like, this is normal stuff. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Sulfur and iron.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I roll and assess the situation?
Yes, but you have to really describe what you're looking for and what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get any information that's not on the documents.
Is a 7. Yeah, I'm not looking for like anything that's like off the documents, but just like studying all of Lyle's stuff that he has taped into his book and studying these weird pages that we've found out that are alien. I'm going to ask what here is the biggest threat. So like, what do we really need to pay attention to?
Again, I can take all the Hypertide stuff and I can move it into a different folder. This might be 2 separate conspiracies.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, can we find something that connects them, or are they separate, and is one of these something that we need to pay attention to more? Is there something bad going on, even?
How are
Or
you
is this
getting
giant-
this from a couple documents? I'm like,
Like, does it ever say? And also, we need
the
to
point
pay.
of these questions is to be in context.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but like, I'm just thinking, like, based off of everything that we've gathered so far from what Hacksaw said about.
yeah, I can't really answer that. I mean, based off the documents that you're looking at, what's the biggest threat? Well, companies are corrupt and are doing things that might not be fully legal but are getting around it. Like, there's
Okay.
that's the contextual answer.
But like, does this even look like bad stuff?
You tell me.
I don't
We
know.
can't tell you. You are the DM.
You characters are investigating.
Well, yeah, but we can't. But even investigating.
I would say that, like, you know, taking, like, if something's up, I don't know whether or not this is necessarily bad, but it's definitely necessarily worth looking into. That's
Yeah.
where I'm at.
And another thing is not. It's not that we're just trying to see if there's like even a connection between them. Like if we see like the word hypertide or anything like that.
Yeah, does it look like Hypertide is mentioned by the company or on the company's payroll or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Lyle starts moving them into 2 separate and distinct conspiracy piles.
Sounds good.
He goes, this is the Hypertide investigation, and this is the company investigation. These are 2 separate conspiracies.
Which company are you going after? The
Yeah,
The
the place
construction
that
one or
the place
the
that we took
science
the
one?
papers from.
okay, the construction one.
Yeah.
Kirby leans in and goes, "Is there a bird investigation?"
Not yet, but there could be. Is there something going on with
'Cause
the birds?
Those, well, I mean, obviously, just look at them. They're clearly not real. Like, okay, look at
I
that.
imagine Kirby's just like gesturing to a bird that landed on the rooftop.
A pigeon. Now Kirby's just.
Confetti sees that pigeon and starts barking wildly.
They're 100% spying on us. We should probably move to a different place.
Birds don't have intelligence like that.
Nari's like, if you really are worried, I can look into its mind, but I really doubt I'm gonna find anything.
It's a pigeon.
Exactly, because it's just machinery in there. It's just like one of the drones we have back at home.
No,
We
no,
live in a
we have-
world with people that can do magic, shapeshift, and control minds. It is not out of the question to believe a bird might be evil. Scare
Thank
off the
you.
bird.
Do I need confetti to catch it?
Just spook it off.
I mean, I'm pretty sure confetti's already done that.
Cool. Problem solved. We don't. I think the bird is the least of our issues at this moment.
Kirby, you get to roll plus freak.
Okay. Let's see.
Let's wait for what?
I got a 7.
Yeah. We get to. Is that confessing a flaw, describing the glories, or misleading them about your home?
I don't even know.
Is it a flaw of your home to not have any birds, or is it?
Okay, well, how about I'm gonna talk a little bit more about my home and we'll see what happens. So like,
Alright.
so yeah, back at home and stuff, we don't really have like natural life like that. Like your guys' world is so full of life. Like there's those like the plants that like you that are living and stuff, and you guys just step all over him. Like what the heck, dudes? And like at my home planet, we just have us, and that's the only natural life. Like after long years of evolution and stuff, we've kind of killed off everything else. So
why birds?
because we have those drones and stuff. You guys keep calling them birds.
We have drones too. They're a different thing.
Yeah, but like it's way like think about it. Like no one thinks that the birds, except for me, no one thinks that the birds are drones. So that would be the easiest disguise for drones.
Nari holds up a hand about to ask a question, and then she shakes her head and is like, no, that's not worth
Also, I can guarantee that if Kirby told this to Lemon and Joyride, they completely backed it up.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Timberwolf has like the steepled fingers that like masterminds in bad movies do all the time, and Timberwolf it goes like, it's not out of the question.
Can I defend the birds?
Okay, I think that would be confessing a flaw of your home. The
Yeah.
fact that there's no natural life.
So
Yeah.
y'all get an extra team.
Really? Just it's all
We all get
machinery,
what?
huh?
I mean, well, and us. There used to be lots of life and stuff.
And what happened?
We killed it. Lots of big companies were like, hey, let's just build more things right there.
Okay, so not like everyone specifically went out to kill everyone.
Oh yeah, no. It's like not like we
Okay.
were like, okay, murder all the
Because that's what
things.
it sounded like, and you were kind of freaking me
no.
out.
Oh no.
Well, okay. New train of thought. This company is dealing with alien metals, yeah?
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. We just
And
could
I thought of a name for it while you guys were talking. It's called Blue Side Construction.
Blue Side Construction.
Side
Wonderful.
Construction.
It is lovely to
Blue
have a
Side
name to
It
place.
only took an entire episode and a half on.
Mood.
Okay. So, here's what I'm thinking. Kirby came from a world where companies took out a majority of natural life, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we're just hearing about a company monopolizing the surrounding area and using alien metals? Does this not... Are we not seeing...
Oh,
I might be a
So-
little bit paranoid because of the whole Hypertide investigation, and like... I don't want to call it an investigation because that makes it sound like he's guilty. Let's say...
So how do we follow up on this if we are not allowed to leave? Or maybe we just go. Let's just sidle on out. We're on a roof. There's a spaceship.
Yeah, there's a spaceship. And I can fly.
I don't know if I feel comfortable with just leaving.
yeah, I mean,
We just dip. We're just like, oh, well, looks like bad things are happening. See ya.
I just don't. If we go, things might go bad, and if they're expecting us, I don't want to get a strike or anything either. Just we're doing so good.
Okay, but what's more important? Like, all of the natural life on this planet, and who knows what could happen with that, or getting a strike.
Don't guilt me that way.
Bree squishes Confetti's face up and just natural life. Confetti sticks their tongue out.
I feel really bad. Like, as Matthew, I feel really bad for saying that. I'm sorry, Chris.
No, it's fine. It's in character. It's just that's what. Man, Nari and Lyle are.
We could ask if we could drive around and stay on call. That should be okay, right?
Yeah, like we're still close. It will give people who went on call, even with nurses, get some time to respond, and like they can go home and stuff as long as they're within a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
So that
okay.
should be okay.
Yeah, let's tell Miss Shepherd we're leaving and that we will keep an eye on our pagers, and it should be okay.
And we'll cover this with showing Kirby the sights.
Hey.
Yeah, showing Kirby around to like get an better understanding of the area in case we all end up getting separated.
Question: how good is Kirby at lying?
Uh,
I would put that value in the negatives.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably not good.
I don't know. Probably not. Probably not good.
Well, it wouldn't exactly be a lie if we pointed out all the areas to make sure that they wouldn't get lost.
I could go talk to Miss Shepherd and tell her we're leaving. It should be alright.
Please. I don't think I can handle the anxiety, please.
Okay.
Thank you, Lyle.
Whew. Deep breath. He stands up and he goes, "It can't be worse than talking to my mom, right?"
True.
She's like, I've never talked to your mom, but I think so.
You know my mom is like a big, scary werewolf
Yeah, I
lady.
know, but
Okay.
everyone's mother kind of talking to anyone trying to talk to their mom when they've done something not too good is always a scary
Cool.
experience. So,
Alright. Just
yeah.
Timberwolf heads down to tell Miss Shepherd that they'll be going around the city and to see if that's okay.
She's like, oh, yeah, probably. Where are you planning on going? Just so I can keep tabs and...
We're just going around. I think we're going to swing by the park and some other places. We just want to go on a sightseeing trip with Kirby, you know, so it feels like we're patrolling, so we feel like we're doing something, but also we can show Kirby what's around. Did you know he doesn't believe in birds?
I don't know a lot about where Kirby's from. Mr. Birch is Kirby's advisor, so he would know more.
The weird thing is, he made a lot of good points.
Oh my god.
I can assure you that most birds are real.
Heckin'?
So if that successfully shut down the conversation, Lyle will head back to the group.
You did that on purpose?
100%.
Oh my gosh, you're a genius.
Lyle returns and he goes like, she seemed curious, but then I told her about the bird thing and then she didn't want to talk anymore.
That's a very good point.
What bird thing?
Let's just get into the ship. Just go.
So, where exactly are we going? Are we gonna go back to the company, or are we gonna go to the workspace and see if we can find any of those metals that they're using from space?
Yeah, where are you going?
I don't know.
Y'all are just like, we're gonna go, and then you just don't.
Yeah, let's get permission to go. Okay, where are we going again?
we said we'd just go around, so let's just like basically just go on a drive.
Can we just do a jump cut to wherever we need to go to? Just like how we got to the roof?
Plug in plot to the GPS and then just tell us how long it takes to get there.
You need to tell me where you're going, for one.
We could just patrol around Blueside Construction, see if we see anything weird.
That's true. If they'll let us get close.
You're in a spaceship?
That's also
You
true.
can fly.
But what if they have guns?
I could try to turn the outside of the ship camouflaged.
That's true.
Let's see if that works before we head straight over there first.
Okay, I'm a roll for that. Bree just pulls out some dice.
Stop metagaming.
Double sixes.
Double
Choice,
sixes.
choice. Nice.
I turn everyone invisible, including the ship.
You turned the world invisible.
Okay.
Nah. But yeah, I'd say you do manage to camouflage the ship. However, it will take some concentration to kind of keep it up.
yeah, and I have to be touching the ship too.
Mm-hmm.
Sit on the dashboard.
So you guys are invisible.
Wait. I just realized, what does the inside of the ship look like?
Yeah, it's a size-changing ship.
Yeah.
What does it look like, though? Like on
I
the
was just
inside.
thinking the inside, it just kind of looks, I don't know, there's lots of blinking lights all over the place. It's like nice, dark and sleek with like, so the thing is though, is that I built this ship from Earth stuff.
Oh,
So,
no.
yeah.
So it looks
But-
like the original Star Trek ship,
Sure, that works.
which was made out of blinking lights and cardboard.
Except in an orb.
Yes. Except it looks nicer, because I'm really good at my craft.
I know what I'm doing, Mom.
Yeah! It's in my blood.
Okay, now continue. Sorry, Rowan, it just hit me.
No, it's cool. It's great to know what the inside of the ship looks
Yeah.
like, and I don't know if this is a good idea or a helpful idea, but it's an idea I have.
What?
What if I called my sister
For what?
and asked her if she knew anything about this kind of stuff?
Okay.
I
I
don't
mean,
think
it
she
makes
would.
sense.
Do we want more people to know what we're investigating though? Like, cause that sounds like more possible people that could bust us.
I can be vague, and also, she's my big sister. I think we're cool. I think it should be fine.
Kirby has a little bit of a crisis.
Why does Lyle think his sister will know anything?
I don't think he thinks she knows anything specific. I think he's just looking for someone that they can trust with more experience that maybe has some advice or ideas.
So, like, a suggestion on how to go about it? Because I'm like, I don't think she would have actual information to give you.
No, I'm not just like, hey,
Someone who just has more experience
yeah.
and knows how to investigate things and where
Mhm.
the first step would be.
yeah.
Yee.
So he's gonna call Laura. He can't call Lindsay because she's dead.
Ooh.
Oh, that's awkward.
So that's not a move. That's just calling.
Yeah,
I can't remember how I did Laura's voice. I think I did it kind of bossy.
I mean, a bit of,
Just do mature.
Yeah.
mature.
All right.
Because none of us are acting
Lyle.
mature.
You call up your sister. What do you say?
hey, Laura, are you busy right now? I had some questions on a case I'm working real quick, and I was wondering if I could get your perspective on it.
You hear gunshots in the background, and she's like, "Nah, I'm fine. What is it?"
I was literally just about to say that.
I know, it's like, imagine she's busy. That's
Nah, she's like, "Nah, I'm fine. What is it?"
Cool.
And you just hear like grunts and punches.
Yes, this is everything I wanted in Laura. Thank you. He's like, oh, if you're in the middle of, I can silver bullet. So we have some stuff that is maybe criminal
Brief face palms.
on a place, and I was wondering if you ever have suspicions about a group of people or a company or a business that you're not necessarily supposed to be investigating at the time? Like, how do you go about it? How do you kind of look into a powerful group that might be corrupt?
Let me think about that for a moment. You hear like a growl and like wolf call as she goes and attacks someone else, and then she's like, "All right, I'd say find out who they're deferring to.
Okay.
It's always good if you can't investigate a place directly, see if there's a place above them, because you might not always be the one, the right place.
That's right. Maybe they might be answering to someone.
Yes. I'm a little scatterbrained right now. I'm sorry for that. And there's like a punch sound.
No, it's okay. Thanks, sis. Love you. Bye. Hangs up. He looks at the group and he goes, we should look into the boss or like their surrounding like leaders, I think.
So, Ovis Scientific Discoveries?
Yeah.
That's what was on the pen.
I think that is our best bet. And since they were the ones that made the pen, they probably have most of the alien resources. So even if we don't find out exactly what's going on, we at least can get a bead on where they're keeping all the stuff. Let's do that. Let's go there.
Yeah? Do you know where it is?
Yeah,
Google Maps does.
Just put it in a Google Map.
that's what I was gonna say. Nari's like, does anyone know where it is?
Yeah. So you guys put it into Google Maps. It's on the edge of town, which is probably about a 20-minute drive to get to.
So 10-minute flight.
Well, your ship doesn't fly.
It hovers, and like you can hover over.
Oh,
buildings.
it is flying. I forgot about that. You changed it. It is flying now.
Oh,
Yeah. Wait, is it?
Yeah,
No, that's my ability.
you're right. Never mind. It doesn't fly. You have to go through traffic.
Yeah, it's very fast though, so we can just
Go in
Yeah.
between, probably.
oh, okay. I thought you said it hovers.
It hovers, but it doesn't fly.
Yeah, so we can just like hover over traffic.
No, it only hovers a little bit. Like
Yeah.
reduce friction by not traveling on ground. It's not like
It doesn't have the flying tag, so I'm not going to give you that. But it is fast and maneuverable and side
Meow.
shifting. That's the
Sidewalks.
I do want to say though, really quickly, only thing, the reason why I'm here is because I don't have a license to drive a car, because this isn't really a car. They didn't know what to do, so they threw me here.
Huh.
I wish you had said this earlier.
And the funny thing is,
I
that's
mean-
not even the whole story.
I have a license, so maybe if we get pulled over, I'll just pull out mine.
Do you know how to drive a spaceship?
No, but
But we can pretend. We can swap seats.
yeah, we'll swap seats.
Are there licenses for spaceships?
Wait a second. We're invisible.
We are invisible.
You are invisible.
Bree's like has her hand on the ship. It's invisible, and she's like, "Oh shit!"
Been turning invisible this whole time. Yeah. So you guys hop into the ship.
Okay, but I like the idea that they were all genuinely discussing, like, oh, what would happen? Can you, like, is there a necessary...
Just completely forget. It's the most teenager thing to do.
We're all a couple of dumbasses.
Here's a question. Kirby, you may
Yeah?
be invisible, but are you following the law?
No.
Oh no. Oh no. Of course not.
Here, which side of the road are you driving on?
Oh no.
The sidewalks.
The middle.
Okay.
I mean, Kirby's not dumb enough to drive right into cars that are going straight
Yeah.
towards Kirby.
He drives on the lines and was really confused as to why everyone is driving between the lines.
They do 100%.
Yeah, and it's fast and maneuverable, so we can do that.
Yeah.
It's like there's lines specifically on the ground. Why is no one on them?
Exactly. Yeah.
So it doesn't take that long to get through town because, I mean, other than like maybe stopping at a couple lights because there's sideways traffic, you aren't really following any laws or flow.
I'm sure Timberwolf is feeling great about that too.
Cover your eyes, Timberwolf. Don't look.
Nari's not a fan either.
Not seeing the crimes doesn't mean the crimes are not happening. You do realize that, right?
Bree is thrilled.
Is there anything that's strange about traveling around in your ship, or is it just kind of like, oh, smooth ride the entire time?
I mean, I'd probably be going obscenely fast, and yeah, and aside from like like when cars are already in the intersection, they probably, I don't know if Kirby quite has the green means go, red means stop.
But we would be safe. And you guys
Yeah.
would probably scream at
You guys
Kirby.
will make it there fine.
This information is something Lyle is happy to share.
So your ship weaves through the tall skyscraper-like buildings of Lucky Heights into the more side residential areas of houses and a couple freeways. Man, being on the freeway in that ship is intense.
Yeah, probably.
God.
And you guys drive out, and the scenery kind of changes. There's fewer buildings. It's more like large, open warehouses for markets and like supermarkets and whatnot, and parking lots, and some plain just open areas. You pass by the airport, and you start heading out to this science facility. And you can kind of see it. It's as you approach it. It's got a gate around it. It's a large, multi-storied square building. Couple other buildings around it. Large open area. It's a good thing you guys are invisible.
Yeah.
Complete side note, I just want to like tangent for a second. I want to make it clear though that Kirby isn't stupid. They're just naive and
Don't know
Yeah.
Earth very well.
Yeah,
Just want to make that clear really quickly.
we get that.
No one thinks Kirby is dumb. Yeah.
I know, but I was just sitting there being like, Kirby's kind of dumb. I'm like, it's like, no.
Everyone here is an idiot.
We're all idiots here.
Same.
We all drank our idiot juice like good dumbasses.
You speak for yourself.
Lyle got in here with all of them, so I don't know what you're talking about, right?
Lyle might be a furry, but at least Lyle does his homework.
So you guys have reached the science facility. What do you do?
Patrol around?
Just drive around the edge.
Yeah. Can we
Are we-
assess the situation a few times, maybe? I don't know.
Are we busting in or are we going all sneaky beaky?
Sneaky.
Sneaky.
I mean, we could do both and like bust in invisible.
If you want to assess the situation, that's fine.
I rolled a 6.
Mark experience.
Yep.
Has to happen at some point.
Can I try?
But I'm not gonna have everyone roll because that's not.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We could say that Kirby and Bree are sitting in the front seats.
Yeah, because Bree is keeping
Yeah.
it invisible and Kirby is driving, so they have the sights. What'd you get, Kirby?
I had to find the moves section again. Sorry. So it's the roll plus what again?
Superior.
Superior? Oh, I got plenty of that. 8.
8. All right. You may ask one.
And take +1 while acting on the answers.
Okay, cool. So, we're doing assess the situation, right?
Yes.
I don't know which one to ask, honestly. What here is the biggest threat? I don't know.
The birds.
The birds. Oh, character flaw.
Wait, for real though?
The birds, and maybe the many security cameras, and
That's fair.
We're invisible. It's okay.
I swear to God, though, if we find a freaking
Yeah.
bird drone somewhere, Kirby is gonna lose their
Flip.
shit.
Oh no.
As you guys are sitting out here deciding what to do, you guys get a message on your communicators. And it's from Miss Shepherd. And it says, come quick, Black and White are here.
Okay. Yep.
Like, go,
Turn
go,
this thing
turn
around.
Turn this thing around.
Gotta go fast.
Roll for speed.
Okay, so we're going back then?
Yeah.
Lyle has already sent like 8 replies. Like, where? How? What is the situation?
Yeah. But it still like takes you like 10 minutes to get back to the place because you're trying to go through the city.
Let's take 8
Yeah.
minutes because we're speeding faster this time.
I feel like 10 minutes to go from the outskirts of the city to the inners of the city is actually really freaking fast living in
Yeah.
the city.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, maybe you almost skim a couple cars. You probably broke the rear view mirror off of, or the side mirror off a couple parked ones.
Oh no.
They're
But
fine.
You wouldn't notice. You were going too fast.
Almost ran into an old lady with a dog.
But yeah, by the time that you guys reached the Youth Sea Community Center, it is an utter chaos.
Oh no. So that's where. Oh no. So did Lyle get any replies? Like.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
the location. That was about it.
And the location was the community center.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Alright, Bree jumps out. The entire thing turns visible again.
Yeah, Miss Shepherd is trusting you with this because you have dealt with them before. You guys jump out, and yeah, it is an utter chaos. Seeing Red and Third Strike are, destroying the side of the building.
Okay, I'm gonna roll and assess the situation real quick.
Lyle is
Okay.
not going to do that.
Okay, I rolled an 8, so what here is in the greatest danger? And I'm gonna try and, make sure that everyone gets out of here safely.
Yeah, everyone is already on that. The teams are getting together, they're getting out of there.
Yeah. So there's no one, stuck or left behind or anything?
Do I see my team?
Your team is not there. They are home.
Okay.
They sick.
But yeah, the various teams, like those without powers, are being protected by the ones with powers. Third Strike is destroying the building, while Seeing Red is kind of protecting them from the other members that are kind of trying to stop it, but not getting anywhere because they are standing back.
So, last time we saw them, Lyle punched out one of Third Strike's teeth.
Yeah.
Lyle is going to go flying towards Third Strike, on all fours, running leap, just full on, just blurring tackle.
Oh. Alright. Let's start the battle then. When you enter battle against a dangerous foe as a team, add 2 to the team pool. Well, you aren't really entering as a team, so we're gonna skip that.
I wanna follow him.
Nari whispers to Bree as he runs off. God, he's such a furry. She does it so quietly in her hands.
Yeah.
As Lyle runs off, she just says it so quietly.
Yeah, I imagine Lyle goes oh my gosh, they're right there, come on, and just leaps out of the vehicle before it even stops.
Yeah. If not everyone runs with him, then you aren't entering as a team. You haven't even planned.
Yeah, Bree's not going.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's fair.
Nari's not gonna just head in without freaking trying to assess everything and make sure people are okay.
Yeah. If the leader has influence over every teammate at another team, do you have influence over every teammate?
Yep.
Yep.
So I suppose we get one extra team.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone has the same purpose in the fight, add another team. I'm gonna go with no.
What? What do you mean?
Do you all have the same purpose in the fight? You haven't even brought this up to each other.
Well, I imagine our purpose is to stop them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Lyle is a bit more of a.
It's like there's a personal motivation here, but he is here to stop the damage they are doing to the building.
That's fair.
He is egged on by the fact that he personally doesn't like them, but right now he is only seeing the destruction they're doing
All right.
and worried about like the people they could be hurting.
Yeah. All right. So that I'll give you 3 team. If any team member mistrusts the leader of the team, remove a team. I don't think you all distrust him.
No.
No.
If your team is ill-prepared or off-balance, remove a team. I'm gonna say,
Yes.
Still
Yes.
prepared.
Yeah.
Lyle, you can mark a condition to avoid removing that team.
What do we use team for again?
You can use it to help. You give them +1 to their roll.
Oh, okay.
You can also use it on yourself to
No,
give yourself
I
more
think
roll.
we're gonna take the minus
You
to
just
the
have
team.
2. Yeah, you just have 2.
Yeah.
All right, you are entering this battle with 2 team.
Bree grabs Mirage's hand and is just like, we're the stealth team, and turns them invisible. But however, I did roll an 8, so there's a mess up somehow.
All right. It'll only be as long as you aren't attacking, and as long as you hold hands. Y'all are in a fight now.
Mirage, we're holding hands.
Yep.
So Kirby like started to follow, but then was like, hold up, actually no, because of last time that didn't go well. So Kirby's gonna start like actually not following Timberwolf and then panicking because the other 2 are invisible now.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no!
Timberwolf just like full on is like 1v1 me.
So you're gonna run towards Third Strike?
Yes, he is going towards Third Strike specifically.
Alright. As you run towards Third Strike, the ground underneath you starts shaking and you lose your footing as Seeing Red defends their sister.
Hey Mark Experience audience, and welcome to the end credits. Thank you so much for listening to our show. If you want to see MXP art and laugh at the dumb jokes we make about our own show, you can find us on Tumblr at tumblr.com/blog/markexperience. If you like the music, you can buy it all at markexperience.bandcamp.com. And we also have merch at redbubble/people/mark-experience, where you can buy posters and shirts and stickers. If you want to donate so that we can create more content, you can head over to our Ko-fi account at ko-fi.com/Jamie Remy. That's spelled JAMIEREMY. That's my name. You can find this podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher, so listen wherever is easiest. Have fun browsing, and we'll see you next time.